but it really is that simple.
You were saying the other day that they're in Palestine. They're actually going to do this piece at some point, and maybe next year they're planning on it. To have the two sides come together and work at whatever it is through theater. I think it's brilliant. They've already done Romeo and Juliet.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, it's really.
They've already done Romeo and Juliet in the same two groups?
Yeah,
wonderful.
In the same kind of way. Yeah, it's great.
Okay, thank you for that. There's a question here which is a little bit technical because it talks about the set, so people would have had a chance to look at the set. There's lots of different levels, and you have to dance on it, and obviously there are edges to this set and a drop off, and you have to fight on it, and you have to, there's a balcony scene. How do you stay safe? What do you do as you rehearse to ensure that you don't get into trouble?
Well, you pointed out the fact that there are the edges to the stage. Right now, they're still building into the edge. I think they're LED lights, Antoni. What are they?
Yeah, they are LEDs.
And the audience can't see them, but the actors can as they approach them. So you can see the edge of the stage because of these lights.
So like a runway.
Yeah, exactly. So in the dark, you can see where you are, even in the bright scenes. Sometimes the lights can get in your eyes, but so that this you would never think, oh, I'm not going to fall off stage, but in fact it's quite possible. And then as far as the metal scaffolding, Chillina will tell us all about that now.
How do you stay safe on that metal scaffolding?
I don't have to climb up it like he does. But I think, sometimes it's just common sense. Like the other day I was going to go over part of the balcony as it was moving, and there was a little chain preventing me from going over. And so if you have to ask, can I go here now? Is now a safe time to cross? If it's the first time doing it, ask a stage manager. So always ask before you do new things, and always try them out slowly before you jump into something. You don't just kind of race and do something that you've never done before.
And the stage management are very careful about talking you through the risks and making sure you go slow and that everything is planned and nothing's ever tried in real time, like it's always rehearsed.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. What sets this production apart from the original?
Well, obviously the thrust stage is the biggest thing. It offers a really amazing experience of the show and the choreography, and the action is all right there, but what it does is it makes it trickier to set that choreography, because you can't disclude the audience here and here when you're using this part of the audience. So it's Sergio and Josh who are choreographing it together. Sergio and Josh who are choreographing it together have a big challenge doing that, because it was originally set for proscenium, so a lot of those images are iconic, and they get to make that three-dimensional for the audience. I think that's what I think.
It's pretty amazing watching some of the scenes that we're not in, just to see how they reconfigure everything, and it's a great image from every part of the theater. Like everybody gets a different view, but it's all great. There's not one. Well, obviously center, it's, you're going to get to see everything, but it's always a great view. It's really cool.
As you're working on this, four geniuses came together to put this show together, right? What's your favorite? Is it the lyrics? Is it the book? Is it the music? Is it the dance?
Oh, that's so hard.
And you have to pick, because that's the rules, yes.
Okay. Oh man, you want to answer first?
Well, Gary, I was just going to say, because Gary keeps talking about the lyrics and about remembering how great these lyrics are, and I never really appreciated how wonderful they were until we started really diving into them, because you always think about the music and how great the choreography is, and they are fantastic, but the book is wonderful, and we were talking about this before. They don't leave any boring bits out. It's every scene is exciting and important.
Right.
So I don't know. I would have to say that I'm rediscovering the lyrics.
The lyrics. Well, and Sondheim would have been 12 years old. This is like his first big break, really. Yeah.
And apparently, he's really hard on himself too. Like apparently, he hates a lot of his lyrics, and I think they're great.
Yeah.
Come on, Paul.
Oh, I'm supposed to say lyrics. I'm supposed to say the music, because it's all. This is it was a freak of nature, this show. But I have to say, I'll go back to when I was a kid, and when I saw the dancing in it, and I wasn't even dancing then. When I saw the dancing, and even seeing the dancing now, it kind of hits me from the gut and makes me want. You just feel like you can dance when you see this, and that's, I think, when you see good dancing is when you feel like I can do that. You know,
I don't feel that.
You know,
I know it's good dancing because I definitely can't do it. Then I'm certain.
Oh, it's so brilliant, though. It's so brilliant, the dancing. Just unbelievable. The choreography is spectacular.
but Chillina is right. Like the lyrics, I don't know. I just have to add something about the lyrics because I'm an actor. But I said to Gary yesterday, I didn't know how good this was until we started. Gary's the director. Until we started working on it, and he started shoving us into this, and it kind of all unravels for you. You go, holy mackerel, this is brilliant. It really is a brilliant show.
Okay, you're in a brilliant show, but you're in a season with a whole bunch of great masterpieces. As company members who are hard at work right now, but you must have part of your mind thinking about the rest of the season and the other companies that are now going to start rehearsals in the days and weeks ahead. Is there a show that you want to see? Is there one other show in this season that you're really interested in? Curious about?
Strozzi.
The Strozzi, the George F. Walker, the new Canadian play in the studio. Well, the once new Canadian play, the Canadian classic in the studio.
I'm looking forward to seeing Morris Panich's show, just because
Trespassers.
I loved Moby Dick last year, and you know, Mackers, I just can't wait. It's so full of magic and just all of the everything that surrounds that play. I'm really looking forward to it.
So as you're doing these great parts and you're thrust together and you're obviously experiencing something together which will be a once-in-a-lifetime thing, right? A huge break, magnificent part. As parts, do you find yourself falling in love?
With each other?
Well, that would be an option.
It's pretty hard not to with Chillina.
Yeah, I was just going to say, he makes
That's
it
the right
really
answer,
easy.
but it's actually true. She gives so much. She's open, and everything is right here, and it's amazing. I just love her. I'm so lucky. It's making me, honestly, I would say this to you in an opening night card, but it's making me better at what I'm doing because it raises the high jump bar.
I have to say the same thing. I think Paul's wonderful. He's such a nice guy, and he's so easy to go there with, and he's just so talented.
Well, I got to tell you, as a former Romeo, there's a special part of your heart for that person who plays opposite you that stays with you forever, which is great. In 20, 30 years, when you're almost as good looking as you both are now, you'll have something you can always remember and talk about. Anyway, you should come and see this production for yourselves and tell your friends about it as well. West Side Story, here at the Festival Theatre this summer, 2009. Chillina and Paul, thank you very much.
Thanks, Antoni.
Thank you very much.
Oh, I have to do a wrap for next week. That was such a nice ending, and yet, well, next week, this has been the wonderful, romantic kind of first webcast. Next week, we're going to have an entirely different kind of experience because we're going to be talking to Bruce Dow and Dan Shamroy. And if you've ever met either of these two gentlemen, you know they are quick-witted, they're a lot of fun, and they're kind of crazy. So join us next week, same time, same bat channel. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.